From Kalamazoo, direct to you, it's a WKZO.com Quickcast.
Well, first I want to talk about, second season back. What do you think you've learned from the previous season that you're going to be bringing in this year?
Well, obviously last year was a really good year for us. We had a lot of expectations, and we met a lot of them. Still a lot of things we want to accomplish next year, but for my first year, it went really well. But there's still, on the same token as our team, I need to work on a lot of things this year as well. So, we have a lot of incoming freshmen that I think we are going to have some use for, and I think overall, I think our season should go pretty well.
What are some of the things you need to personally work on?
Consistency. That's the biggest thing for me. Is last year was obviously my first year getting into some game action, and I had to get the nerves out the first 3 or 4 games, and I think I'm past that now. So now it's more of a matter of just being consistent week in and week out.
Good. And today I'm going to do a package piece on the kickers, and I want to start with, in football, offensively, they're probably one of the overlooked members of the squad until the game is in fact on the line, and then of course the most important player on the team. Can you comment on that a little about how you really don't get the attention you probably deserve until the importance is on the line?
Yeah, we're used to that. That's the way people think about it, and that's it's totally fine with us, because when the game's on the line, you're right. You gotta come up, you gotta step up, and you gotta perform, because that's what our job entails a lot of times. We know that every time we get out on the field, we're going to get out 5, 6, 7 plays a game. So when you are out there, you got to be ready to step up, and you got to be ready to make a play for your team. So we kind of take the same mentality every time we go out on the field. But obviously, you're right, when the game is on the line, we need a big kick or a big punt, and we got to step up and we got to make a play.
And what's it kind of like for you on the sidelines during the game? What are you doing yourself?
Keep watching the game. You stay warm. The biggest thing is staying loose, because you can easily get tight throughout the game when you're not going in very often. But just staying loose, getting your leg warmed up, and when it's time to get out on the field, you got to be ready to go.
Well, what kind of preparations do you do in conditioning throughout the season?
A lot of stretching. Flexibility is the biggest thing. It's been the biggest thing for me the last 2 summers, and it's helped out a great deal. Obviously you get your kicks in when you can, but the biggest thing is flexibility, and our strength coach has done a really good job of getting our leg speed better with different kind of leg lifts and plyometric things to kind of get our legs ready to go for the season.
Have you increased your flexibility this season?
I think so. I think going every single day, I'm trying to get stretched out with our trainers, and it definitely helps out though during the season.
And what are some uncontrollable elements that may affect how you play? Is weather-wise or different kinds of field turf?
Yeah, wind's the biggest thing for me. I know the kickers, it's the same thing. You gotta, before every game, you gotta see what kind of wind you're dealing with. Rain, snow, that has some factors once in a while, but the wind's the biggest thing. And as soon as you can get yourself used to it during pregame, usually you settle down a little bit. But usually after that first punt or that first kick, you get the hang of what the weather's gonna be like for the game.
Do either heat or cold affect you in the way you need to stretch or overstretch?
Yeah, a little more heat's better than a little more cold. So when it gets cold, obviously you're going to get a little more tighter. You're going to need to warm up. You're going to need to stretch out a lot more during the game. And you do what you can when you get in those situations. But we've had that preparation last year to get used to. So I think this year will be all right.
So what would some of those things you'd be doing on the sideline? Say that late November game when it's freezing cold out. Are you doing anything extra?
We definitely have some hand warmers to keep the hands warm when I'm catching balls, and a lot of layers to keep the legs loose. But just a lot of stretching, and a lot of leg swings, a lot of kicks on the sideline.
Okay, it's a pleasure, man.
All right, thanks.
Good luck this season.